Okay, this is Dr. Williamson, and I'm going to show you guys kind of how to take notes before you come in for lecture. Many of you guys already know how to take notes. That's fine. And some of you maybe could use a little tune-up, and I just want to help you guys. So if you don't need this, that's great. And if you do, that's great too. Okay. So what I did is just as an example, I chose over here one of the parts of the textbook. Section 1.2 says states of matter. And over here, I'm using Microsoft Paint as my sheet of paper. And what I did is here it says states of matter, it's like the header. Well, here what I did is I turned it into a question. So I write down what are states of matter. And I am going to turn that into a question and put that right here. What are states of matter? Now, I would normally do this by hand, but right now I don't have a tablet that'll let me type on this particular computer, so I'm going to type. And I would go, okay, what are states of matter? So I would go, okay, well, one state of matter is solid. And I would write solid has a definite shape and definite volume. Maybe expand this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Definite shape and definite volume, right? Particles close together and in regular 3D array. That's one state of matter. Another state of matter is liquid. Works better when you can spell it, right? Liquid. That also has definite, oh, wait a minute. No definite shape. But does have definite volume, right? And the particles close together, but can slide past each other. Can slide past each other. They are randomly moving around. Right? That's another phase. And then the next one would be here, gas. No definite shape and no definite volume. Right? Particles here. Notice I'm kind of putting it a little bit in my own words. I'm not necessarily copying the definition exactly, but I'm staying pretty close. Particles are far apart compared to their size. Randomly flying around in 3 dimensions. Expand to fill the volume of the container they are in. Okay, so we do that. And then go to the next page. Oh, wait a minute. That is not necessarily the next page. Let me see what here. I got to make sure I get the right pages in order here. I scanned them. Please forgive my, okay, did that states of matter. So I think this is the next page right here. Okay, yeah, so this is the next page right here. Let me make that big now. For example, water exists in its solid state as ice, snow, liquid state as liquid water, and gaseous state as steam or water vapor. fill up circles like those in figure 1-3 will be used commonly in this text to indicate composition and states of particles that compose a substance, right? So I might go ahead and draw. I can't do it here well, maybe I can do it here. If I could, I would go ahead, and kind of oops. Two, three. And just like I have these three here, solid water, liquid water, and water vapor, I might go and fill these in like this, right? Just as an example to myself, right? And here I got solid water, liquid water, but they could slide around, gaseous water. And then over here, we have some more stuff. We have difference between, we have physical properties. And I would do, I'd take whatever notes I have on physical properties. And then I would go and I would do notes on chemical properties. Blah, 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 blah. I take notes out of that. Right? Then I would bring, and these would be my notes, and I would have also physical change, chemical change. I wouldn't have the entire book, but I would have these notes with me. Then, when I came to class, and I talked about this, I would take notes on top of my notes. So I would take lecture notes on top of this. So I would have gone, oh, solid and liquid. He said these were incompressible, incompressible. Obviously, I'm doing this with my mouse, but you guys get the idea, incompressible, right? And so the penmanship would be better. And then over here, I said these were fluids. And then I said these are incompressible because the particles are touching each other. I said liquid and gas were fluids because they could flow past each other. And then I would take additional notes here on top of that. You guys get the idea? And so I would have my my book notes ready to go, and I would bring my book notes in, and then I would add my lecture notes on top of that, right? Or maybe I would have my lecture notes separate on a separate sheet of paper, but I have my book notes and my lecture notes, and then afterwards I would have my homework problems. Okay, if you do it that way, it'll really get you prepped for the class. Okay, and I would do this stuff before I came into lecture. Okay, anyway, I hope that helps, guys.